Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you for
Happy
having
to
me.
have you here.
Can you hear me?
Stage, yeah, of course. Everything is set. Stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very honored to be talking to everyone. And, I don't know what I'll be talking in the next 15 minutes, but one thing which I just thought that I should tell everyone from my own experience of running a venture for the last 12 years is that there is no, and especially in this COVID times, what we are realizing is that the world is so uncertain, and so is the journey of being an entrepreneur doing a startup. And somewhere anything or any rule book or any advice or anything anyone says doesn't hold true as much when you are actually in the trenches, when you are building your business, and everything is such a new and different experience. So how do you navigate your journey, and how did I navigate mine? I will maybe quickly take the liberty to bore all of you with that. So very quickly, when I started Your Story in 2008, it was a very different world, and the way the startup ecosystem in India has grown from 2008 to now in 2020. That time in 2008, nobody had heard the word startups, and for a long, Flipkart and some of these Redbus, some of these companies had just started at that time. But today, if you see in 2020, we have officially gone on record to say that India has 70,000 startups, and these are startups, but every day there's so many people who are working in startups, who are engaging with them, and so many amazing. So we have around, I think, 15 unicorns, and we have 40 to 50 soonicorns who are going to be unicorns coming up. So the ecosystem has really expanded, and in the last 3-4 years, if we can, we've seen around 25 to $30 billion coming in the ecosystem just as investments, and I'm not here counting some of the large ones which have happened in Flipkart and all these companies. So very interesting market. And I was just speaking to some economists, and they said a very interesting line that India is, and even as the world is shaking, is in such an uncertain times, India is the last frontier when it comes to building the largest, engaging with the largest consumer base, consuming population in the world. And that's true because it's a young population. There is, and an analogy would be that if you look at the stock market, you say, oh, there is a lot of merit in the upsides to the stock. And I think India, if we look as a country and as a space, there is so much merit and potential to the growth that this country would be having. And I'm very excited to be representing this ecosystem and being a part of the startup ecosystem here in India. And one of the advice, or as I said, no advice comes true, but one which I could say from my own experience and having seen very closely some of the most successful entrepreneurs over the last 12 years in this country and from across the world, with my, through my close engagement with them, I would say things that stand out consistently, that some of these entrepreneurs who have really performed and outperformed are people who are extremely comfortable with uncertainty. They and uncertainty, they are ready to jump into a situation and figure things out. So there is a huge agility, because you might have the best of business plans, you might have best of projections, you might have best of pitches, but things change so quickly. The response, or the people who are observing or are going to be your potential customer or investor, their demands, their requirements will change so quickly. So how geared is one and to face that and not be very much in love? So I would say being very passionate in the work that you do, but not, and having a lot of passion, but not being passionate about your idea. So that is something that I have seen work consistently, that you have to be extremely passionate, and it's such a dichotomy that you have to be very passionate, insane, crazy about what you are doing on an everyday basis, but not being similarly passionate about your idea, because it changes, and it changes based on all the circumstances, based on the response and the demand and the customers and the investors. So that is something that I would recommend, that I've seen it working across the globe and have engaged with some of the most successful entrepreneurs, and more so in this country, in India, that the agility, the flexibility to respond, and how quick you are to respond has worked phenomenally. And I would say that when you are thinking about your own journeys and building your own stories, please go and think about it. Are you being obsessed about your idea, or are you being obsessed about the process and bringing that kind of rigor and passion to what you do with a very open mindset? So that's something I would say. And the second is, all of us, and this is because I've done this for last 12 years, I would say we have to be in love with our own stories. So what's the story that we're going to write? It doesn't happen when you become like a unicorn or you become a success. I think, while we are building our businesses, while we are building our products, while we are building our ventures, we always have to think, what is our story, and what is our story going to be, and how is our story changing? And if we had to write at any given day, what's the story going to be, and focus on that. And especially all of you are in the blockchain Bitcoin world, which is such a, if I may say so, which is such a powerful and optimistic and futuristic world, but at the same time, this is a world which requires powerful narrative, powerful stories to be written, to be articulated. And how are you shaping through your venture that narrative, that story, is something that you really need to think on everyday basis while you're building your venture, because that doesn't get written when a funding comes, or that doesn't get written when you have massive success. That happens. It's a good habit that I would urge all of you to cultivate from now. Because I've seen all the entrepreneurs, businesses, startups which have done phenomenally well. They do it as a practice. They do it on an everyday basis, thinking about articulating and figuring out that clarity on the story. And the last I would say is, while we're dealing with uncertainty, while we're dealing with chaos, it's so important for everything that you do, everything, every function, every pitch, to drive maximum amount of clarity. Like, there's nothing as rewarding, as successful, as oriented towards success and making success happen, is your clarity, your pitch, your presentation, what you do with your team as you are building it, with different stakeholders, be it with customers, investors, everyone. If you can drive clarity in your, with your thinking and the way you communicate to different stakeholders, it leads to awesome outcomes, and it leads to phenomenal success. These are often not looked, these are not the things that we discuss. These are not some of the rule books that you will get in the books, or you will hear, or written about. But these are the things on the sidelines. When you observe people closely, then I would say these are some of the things to consider. These are some of the things to practice. And if you do that, then nothing can stop you. So again, I would repeat, just look at how flexible you are, how passionate you are about the execution, what you're doing, about the process, but not equally as passionate about your idea and obsessive about your idea, because it changes and it has to change. And no company in the world which has been very successful has actually retained like, oh, this is the idea. You have to change. So the flexibility, the agility, and how fast you are is extremely important to take feedback, to change. So being passionate about the work, but not being as passionate and obsessed about the idea, number one. Second thing I would say is that, own your own story. It's very important. You think, oh, this is creative professional, these are all PR professionals, or someone else will do it. But everyone in the company, and the founders and the leaders and the entrepreneurs, have to own their story from day one. It's a best habit that you will have, and you'll see how immensely it rewards you. And third thing I would say is clarity to everyone, to your own self, in your own mind as an entrepreneur, because it is a very, very tough ride. So how are you being very honest, very clear with your own self, with all the key stakeholders, from the team, investors, customers, everyone that you're engaging with. How clear, how are you instilling and showcasing that clarity every day is going to be an extremely great driver of success. So these are the three things I would say. Simple, very, very simple, often not looked at because we look at the bigger things and the complex things, but these simple things, if you do, you'll see that nothing can stop you. So, and this is what I would love and urge all of you to please consider, please look at it, and you'll have one awesome ride. And I'm very excited to be part of this event today. Thank you so much for calling, and honored to be speaking to all of you. And if you have any questions specifically that I can address, please let me know, and I'll be very happy to answer it.
Thank you so much for such inspiring words.
Thank you very much.
It was really, I wish when I was starting it, somebody gave me a pep talk like this. Thank you so much, and I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the show. We're going to have you back the second part of the time. Thank you again, Shraddha, and good luck with all of this.
Thank you so much.